Good day.
Roy Jones Jr. against Bernard Hopkins with IBF middleweight round. And Roy Jones clearly won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rivals, Roy, the Terminator Jones Jr. and Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Roy, the Terminator Jones Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he's Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins.
I started out beating him, and I'm going to end up beating him.
So now that he's here, his worst nightmare then came to pass. Me. That Roy Jones Jr. either gonna have to fight to not get knocked out or fight to knock me out. That was the motivation for 17 years.
Secondly, the one thing I do know is the day the executioner will leave the boxing ring, it's going to be April 3rd.
I've gotten better. My resume shows it. My deeds and what I've accomplished show it. Question is, have Roy Jones over the years got better? That's what I will expose come April 3rd in Vegas. I will expose that early, not late, early. I will expose it, and then I will knock him out and send him home.
Basically what he's saying is that I was so much better than him athletically back then that his boxing skills couldn't really keep up with mine. But now that I've slowed down a little bit athletically, he may have a possible chance because his boxing skills are good. It's a possibility he can get lucky and either catch me or hang around me for a little while and hope he won a close decision. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. It took this long for Big Head to get enough confidence to think that I've slowed down enough so he can bring that big head back in front of me. And he hoping now he can dodge these bullets. Last time the head was too big, he couldn't get out the way. This time it's still just as big, so how he gonna get out the way? But he hoping that he can. So he gonna always tell you it was me. Come on, dude, I got one dude I done fought 3 times. So what do I care about a rematch?
Now Chicken Man thinks that my head is big, fine. So he should have an easy time knocking this big head off my shoulders.
Block.
Let's see. Let's see, because I want to show the world, and I don't, I'm glad, all the press is paying attention, because I don't know what the headlines are going to say when I knock him out, but I think that people should look at how I knocked him out. You understand? How I knocked him out is going to be devastating in Glenn Johnson, and look, trust me, that was a devastating, but it's going to be devastating because That's the way I want him to remember Bernard Hopkins for his natural, remaining of his natural life. Anytime you look at boxing, you're gonna see that Bernard took him to this point where he wanted never to be a part of boxing, not even come to boxing shows. I want him to stop. I want him to not like boxing anymore after this. Boxing will not be even his conversation. He won't even let his kids go to boxing matches no more. Everybody in the Roy Jones family will be banned from boxing when I get done. That's the type of ass whooping that I want to put on this man. Now I know I'm running for president and I want everybody to think I do cuss a little bit. But let me tell you something. That's the type of beatdown I'm gonna give this guy, man. Because it's a lot of, it's some animosity, but it's also personal. And then let me tell you, if you think it's this hype and promotion, wait till you see this. I pulled off a lot of things in my career, but this is personal. He's gonna have to be a man tonight. Come April 3rd, he's gonna have to be a damn man. He's gonna have to fight, and if he don't fight, I'm gonna run him out of that ring.
Headline read, Jones destroys Blockhead once again. Secondly, like I told y'all, the man's so jealous and so envious of me that he don't even want to see my kids watching them fight. It brings back nightmares. I mean, wow. I keep telling y'all, this certain
things are rated. Certain things are rated.
Hold on, Bernard. Hold on for a second.
Certain things kids shouldn't watch.
Hold on, Bernard.
Don't the rules say you should shut up? Alright. So, like I said, he can't stand the sight of seeing a pigmentation of me in a boxing ring. That's how bad he don't want to see nothing look like me close to a ring. Because it reminds him of that 17-year nightmare he been living with. And I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's his drive and motivation. And I totally can understand that. Out of respect, you gotta respect that. The good thing is that he got the galls finally to say, you know what? Now I think he weak. I want to get him back. I love that.
Bernard?
I think that in American history, I think that certain things kids shouldn't be involved, shouldn't see. I don't think a kid should watch porno tapes. I don't think kids should smoke cigarettes. I don't think kids should do things that can corrupt their mind. I think that when they see this execution live on TV, HBO, right, pay-per-view, there won't be a replay of this execution. See, I'm not going to be able to kill him and bring him back and kill him again. So for everybody to understand, why I mention that is because this fight will not be shown after pay-per-view is seen. It won't be shown like, you know, you wait and you try to say, okay, I'm not paying for it, I'm gonna wait next week. Richard, is he around? Anybody around? Can you back me up? You can back me up on that? So if you don't watch it, come April 3rd, you don't know who's gonna buy it later on down the line, the license fee to show it 10 years, 5 years, 6 years from now. So you better watch it April 3rd because that's the official signing of the government to get rid of this guy. His execution day is coming, and he will have a last meal because he requested that. I don't know if he like deer meat or steak or whatever he wants, he can have it.
It'll probably be picked up by the Discovery Channel because they ain't never seen such thing as big head. They've seen Bigfoot get killed. They ain't seen a big head get destroyed. So it'll probably be picked up by the Discovery Channel.
Roy Jones Jr., how would a win over Bernard Hopkins compare to your other fights and everything else that you've accomplished in boxing?
Honestly, that's a hard question to answer because first time I spanked him for myself, this time I'm spanking him for y'all, so.
That's it?
That's it.
Bernard Hopkins, same question. How would a win over Roy Jones Jr. compare to your other fights and everything else that you've accomplished in your career?
I'm in the hurt business. When I go in that ring, I know that when I see my daughter and I see my wife, you know, there ain't no guarantee I'm gonna be the same person when I leave out. That's just the way it is, and that's the job we accept. Whether that comes to pass or whether it don't, I know what I'm facing. Is he's willing to risk what I risk? Is he willing to risk what I'm willing to risk? And we're gonna see come April 3rd. And the only way you're gonna find that out is when it comes to a point where you gotta sit down in the corner and come out the next round and lay it all on the line. And that's what I'm willing to do. Roy Jones Jr. will get knocked out come April 3rd.
I think that's gonna do it.